Y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy OK Bet, aka K Trades. I'm back. Another video, man. Another banger. You know, all you gotta really do is just watch these videos. You'll make bread. You know, not like I didn't say this. You know, yesterday, last night. Not like I didn't draw it out or anything like that. You know, just a little something. But now I'm just messing. Yeah, today we had a cool day. I only took 2 trades, up and down. that's literally it. I took calls, 50%, puts, 40%, went to bed. Why? Because we cannot get out of this chop, right? And because we already had our range that was established, right? Let's look at the intraday real quick. Intraday, look at that. Bang, calls. As soon as we hit 20-day moving average, puts, buyout. All you need, that's it. Sold that anchor VWAP, bang, there we go, right? So now, right, what's going on? I'm at Amazon, my fault. NVIDIA earnings actually did pretty good today. I was nervous at first. I said, they finna do that again. They finna do the whole dumping again. But they actually ended up doing pretty good and recovering. So now it's sitting at 221, right above that 218 level, right? Major level for us to watch. So yeah, that's why, we gotta kind of get this push. So what next, right? Where do we go from here? Honestly, this is gonna sound crazy. I don't know if I want to go long anymore. All right. 2 things. All right. The first thing is this after hours market. Right. So we basically had the move, and now we've pretty much given away about half of it so far. I don't know if I want to go long here, honestly, because look. So the 5 crossed under the 20 officially now, right? Whenever we have some sort of cross, it always does this. If you go back and look, anytime there's just a random cross, see, look, it always gets a pop. Cross always pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it doesn't stay that way, it always gets this pop. And then, like I said, we already had this falling wedge. We knew this was gonna happen. We knew this. This was the easiest play in the entire world, right? So now that the short-term moving average is still curling down, okay, when I say I don't want to go long, I'm not saying like I'm not playing any calls. I'm basically saying that I don't know if I want to just blindly buy this and then assume it goes all the way up here, right? Especially with this, look, let's go to you know me, higher time frames, right? So the main thing to watch for obviously would be this 676, 65. This has been a huge level for the past week, right? A very huge level. We have not been able to get out of this range. So if this is a trap, remember how anytime when we were having those trap ranges last time, we did this right here, right? Popped out of the range, attempted, and then gave it all away, right? So that's what I'm kind of feeling for this. I honestly couldn't tell you why. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because we just not holding. I don't know if it's because I've seen this before. I honestly can't tell you, but something feels off about this. And like I said, this is just a feeling. I don't know for sure. Obviously, we have to wait and see. So, like I said, main thing to watch for is this. Mind you, I'm not going to go long until I get 30-minute to an hour bounce, right? And then we also have to clear this before I even consider swinging some calls back up here to the 775 level, right? We never tested 660. We never tested this 658. I mean, my fault, 760, 758. We never tested either one of those. And by the time we open, low key, we might be back inside this range. So if we are back inside this range, like I said, I'm not liking it. I probably won't do many trades again. It does suck, but it is what it is, right? Look, we've already got a high, a low. We've already got a lower high. We're already created a lower low. So by definition, we've already restarted the hourly downtrend, right? So not to mention that we do have this kind of, this major, I guess you could say, but if it's a very large range between 771 and 764. It could come all the way right here, set a lower high, and then go. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to blindly buy into that. I'm honestly more so still leaning to the downside, only because anchor VWAP is still not necessarily curling up. SMAs are curling down. The only one that actually went up was the 20, right? So and we did bounce off that. Again, that's why I said we probably would get this beautiful move that I drew out yesterday, right? So let's check the VIX out real quick. VIX is at 15, right? But it's still in this kind of this pop area. I don't know if there's going to be a bear flag or if we're going to get some sort of pop off of it. So either way, we'll have to wait and see, right? DXY, same thing. Dollar is in also, you can't really tell if this is going to be a bear flag, if it's going to break down. If it does break down, like I said, we'll get that rally. Everything will be smooth. It just looks pretty weird right now. You know what I'm saying? So it looks pretty odd, but you know, it is what it is. Either way it goes, you know, we're gonna make some bread. We don't really care either way. But yeah, look, this is that mother candle range, right? Remember we talked about this. It was an easier way to trade it. Remember, if it's inside, we don't really care for it. But you mark off the top and the bottom of the mother candle. Inside candle, inside candle, inside candle, inside candle, right? Nothing changed about anything so far. So remember, we still are in this range. Remember, we did this over here. We're still in this range, so there's nothing to be excited about. There's nothing to be happy about. We're still in this garbage range. So what I'm looking for is any kind of support off the top of this range. Like I said, if we can, that would be amazing, right? But if we don't get back above this, you know, that trend line, then this might just be, you know, breakdown, retest for another leg lower. And that's kind of what I'm still watching for. Just because I don't really see anything else that's just absolutely taken off or anything. Excuse me. Amazon already gave it away. Meta starting to, I don't know what this was. It's starting to give it away. Google gave it away. And then NVIDIA's the only one that's holding, but I mean, like, you know, NVIDIA, man, it'll just open up and take a dump. So I don't really like any of this. I wouldn't go long on NVIDIA, like I said, until we got a retest, 218, 220 hold, or if we just held here, broke above high, and then got a retest kind of like that. But I don't like buying any of this, right? And mind you, this isn't the first time we've done this. This same exact thing happened back in, let me see when that was. I think I want to say it was like, right here. Yes, look, right here. This was NVIDIA earnings. We shoot all the way up. Mind you, we shot up to a breakdown retest zone. Look, breakdown, retest. And then that entire day, we just absolutely, I'm talking about contracts with 3,000%. We left cars, houses on the table. So I don't know if it's because I'm paranoid, right? Because it's happened before. I don't know if it's just PTSD because NVIDIA always sells. Another time over here, I forget exactly which one it was. It was one of these. I just can't remember which one it was. One of these was NVIDIA earnings, and then the next day we sell up. Like it's literally like clockwork. Like it's almost a guarantee that you can buy puts the day after earnings, if not the day before. So, like I said, I mean, it can hold, right? Like I said, I don't know. Anything can happen. Of course, you know, we'll just do whatever we see. But at the same time, I'm not just gonna be naive to the fact that this thing has a very bad history, and we're not even above 770 no more, right? Remember, this was major support. We have trouble here, boom, we end up going down here to the 678, 760. I don't know why I say 768, right? So like I said, if this does hold, perfect, right? It'll be so much easier. Nice little double bottom, right? Get back above that 770, and we still got to clear this. So even then, from here to here is kind of like scalp, you know. So yeah, I mean, from here to here, like, let's say you do try to take this long here and it tries and then roll, you know what I'm saying? Or if you do try to make it take it here and then it traps, you know what I'm saying? So it's just too much. It's too much risk for me right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. And it doesn't help that we've been absolutely terrible on the daily candles. These daily candles have been absolutely dog shit. My fault, excuse my language. They've been absolute garbage. Garbage candle, up, down, garbage candle, up, down, garbage candle, up, down, garbage, right? These are all inside bodies. And most of the move, the reason why these candles even look decent is because of the end of the day move. Most of this was these candles here were absolutely flat. I'm talking about 0-cent move after hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So I don't like trading that. Nobody likes trading that. Chop is garbage. I blame everybody who voted for this PDT bullcrap. But yeah, so either way it goes, like I said, we'll figure it out as it plays along. But I just don't like it, right? Look, I'll brighten these up real quick so you can see where we are, right? We're inside of this we've broken out of this, I guess you could say, falling wedge, megaphone, whatever you want to call it. But if we do not hold, I'm talking about buy it open. Like, I don't care if down here buy open. If we're not recovered by open, I'm not going long. I'd rather miss a random rally than to try to long down here just because it looks like a breakout retest. That's too much. Remember, you don't want to see something like this on a breakout. You know what I'm saying? You'd rather see it go breakout and then maybe like slowly pull back to some sort of support and then, probably pull up like that. But anything that's too fast, up and then down, I don't like it. Because even if it does go right back up, this could just be a lower high, right? And then you try to trap people underneath, right up wherever that last candle was, and then you get some crazy, double top like this. So I'm already watching for the double top. Like I said, I don't know for a fact if it'll happen. Nobody knows for a fact, but it's not looking good. Okay, it's not looking good. Not looking too fresh. And mind you, this little this range that I have right here is just the daily candles, right? So all of this has been that inside candle. So the top of the candle, lower the candle. This is just the wicks of those tops. So yeah, and that's the sucky part because this is all wick up here. I mean, like I said, it could really bounce anywhere in here. So it's such a weird place to kind of even short. So unless, like I said, we open up below this, if we open up below, I'm going straight for this dumb. I'm swinging puts the way this, you know what I'm saying? Because look at that. Look at this. You see? So it doesn't look the best as far as longs, honestly. Look, insane bearish move. It's not even a recovery. It's a breakdown retest. Insanely bearish move. Push down, all that good stuff, right? So, and another thing too, I want to let y'all know I will be moving over to futures. I will be doing some futures because I'm getting so tired of just chop all day, get the move at night. Like, bro, it's so boring, man. And plus, I've been seeing a bunch of people just make stupid bread with these prop firms. I'm like, what? I'm not really a prop firm type of dude. I ain't never really messed with it, but I try it, right? And my boy's one, he's like, bro, I've been getting payouts. So I'm like, hey, as long as you getting paid out, because a lot of this stuff don't be. They be capping and they'll be getting paid out for real. So if that's the case, like I said, everything's cool. I've already made a chart for it and everything, and I will be sharing this with you guys as well. I'll be doing I might even start going live at night to do futures trading. So we'll do like options in the day, and then we might do like futures at night. So we'll see how this all goes. And I don't know, man. I'm excited for it all, but yeah, I'm watching this right here. This is basically the main thing I'm watching for. Bear flag, I don't like it. Failure pattern, whatever you want to call it. Not a fan. It's just that simple. I'm just not a fan, gang. I'm not a fan of this. And then look, if we do pop back inside this daily range, bruh, I'm so sick of this dang range. But at least we know, where all that volume sitting at. Look, came down, rotate below, rotate above, rotate below, rotate above, rotate below, rotate above, rotate above, and then we come right back. It'll be an easy target. So it would be easy to kind of get us right back to 765. But yeah, man, it's got to bounce right now overnight. And it's already midnight. So if by 7 a.m., I'll say if by 7 a.m. we're not back above 770, I don't like it. I'm not taking longs. I won't do it. I will not do it. Not until we get some sort of failure, maybe inverse head and show something. Give me something that shows us that, hey, we're kind of done with this zone. Because if we're going back in the zone, I'd expect a rotate, trap, flood. I'd probably go 1 DTE 760s off rip. As soon as the door open, screw it. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with this. Yeah, like I said, it's not like everything's just magically pushing and has all these signs that we're just gonna magically shoot the all-time highs. Like it's not really what I'm seeing right now. Especially, like I said, especially with this. So I don't know. And yeah, see, look, so day's already starting off bad. Excuse me. So you see how we got this right here? We got this recovery, or right here, my fault. We got this recovery, got this, and then lower high, boom, erase the whole move. So, like I said, you never want to see something go like this and then immediately like this. You'd rather see it break out, maybe retest first and then go, maybe to retest like this, or you'd rather want to see it go, bang, huge break, maybe spend some time, and then kind of go, so I don't like this at all. But either way it goes, look, see, it's already dumping. But yeah, either way it goes, we'll be smooth. I'm glad I didn't swing. I actually slept. So after I took those 2 trades, I said I'm going to bed. And my plan was to wake up and trade SPX end of the day. Y'all know we'd be absolutely banking SPX end of the day. I don't think we had a loss in a few days as far as SPX goes. But yeah, man. So keep it smooth. Remember, it's as simple or as complicated as you make it. If you complicate this, it will be complicated. So don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So keep it simple. Breathe. See what I'm saying? Breathe. It'll all be okay. No matter what you got going on in life, no matter what going on in general, life, work, health, wealth, family, anything, relationships, just, try not to let it affect you too much. And yeah, always keep God first. He'll always guide you and make sure you're straight for real. And, yeah, I think that's it, man. So, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I know I uploaded late, but, just been, I don't know, man, not of it. But yeah, let's get this money, man. Let's absolutely bank. You know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy if we do wake up and this is absolutely garbage. But oh, my fault. I didn't even give y'all the game plan. My fault. I'm tripping. My fault. All right, here's the game plan. Game plan 1. Boom. We hold previous day's close, right? Wait, where we close at? Damn. Okay, no, we can't worry up here. If we come close this gap, I'd probably look for a lower high and then still short that shit again all the way down. But if we do kind of hold, like maybe bounce up here, right, over maybe the high, if we can kind of hold that, right, it'll be okay to maybe get some sort of inverse head and shoulder, right, and push back up to 770, 150, all that good stuff. Anything below that, main level to watch, of course, like I said, is previous day's high, that kind of 767, 766, and then all the way down to the 764, 765. Mind you, this is also where they're going to be the daily moving averages. So if they want to come test the moving averages again and lower high and fail, target the next moving average. And if we lose that, like I said, it's going to come all the way down to that 768 and rotate all the way trap. You know what I'm saying? So remember, listen, I said we always like to play. We always expect the trap. Always expect the first move to have some sort of, you know what I'm saying, some sort of some. But yeah, my fault. I didn't mean to go 15 minutes. But just anyway, have a good day. I'll see y'all. Have a good night. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever it is, day, night. You know, everybody's watching this at different times. So be safe. Peace. I'll see y'all. Out of here.